Da-dun, da-dun. Just give me 1 second, getting set up. I am now set up to play. There you go. I don't know anything about shogi, and I don't know if I care enough to learn about it. See, for me, the only thing about shogi I've ever really been aware of is there's an anime. It was called March Comes Like a Lion, and from what I understand, that's the second season of that anime is like very, very highly rated. I watched the first season because I thought that it wasn't primarily about shogi. I thought shogi was just an accessory to tell the story. But then it pretty heavily became about shogi, and I became very confused, and as a result, I did not pursue any further, and I never saw the second season. So, yeah. Shogi is weird chess. Yeah. That's true. If you want me to try something, making it Toho is usually a good way to get me to at least give it a shot. And you could say whatever you want about that. It's true, though. Oh, I guess this is what we're doing. Hey, you know that thing that you're not that interested in? Yeah, what about it? Well, check this out. I don't know what to do here, because this thing, I can't. It's gonna stockpile and probably swallow. I can't. I have sheer force. This, okay, well. Alright. When you have a passing interest or no interest in something, and it's paired with something that you have a strong interest in, you're usually willing to give that push, because that's the push. I wouldn't say that if there's something you really don't want to do or are interested in, and it's crossed with something you like, it's a guaranteed. In my case, I'm willing to give it a shot. But there are certain genres, like, I don't think I would play a real RTS. I don't think I would play a real ass RTS. If even with Tuhu. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do here. I'm pretty sure you can't touch this Pokemon though, because you're poison and normal moves. If you have Stockpile, Swallow, and Body Slam, your last move is either Spit Up or a Stab option, which means you literally cannot touch this Pokemon. Yep, and that's why you're switching. I didn't click Shadow Claw, I clicked Shadow Sneak. Why? Well, the short answer is it was an accident. Alright, it probably has Thunder Fang. And it's probably going to click Crunch. To be honest with you, I like the art splashes more than the 3D models. Okay. Yeah, I knew it would have Thunder Fang, but I'm not really that worried about that. It's a fucking Mightyena. Bro is a Mightyena. It is not a big deal. Well, Swalot's coming back, which means Yomu is going to kill it. And by kill it, I mean Yomu is going to sit in front of it and hope that one way or another, he gives up. Surely he'll give up, right? No, games like... Okay, chat. Would you play League of Legends if you could play as Reimu? Would you? Because in my opinion, I probably wouldn't. There are some things I have zero interest in, and that's definitely one of them. Alright, that barely did any damage at all. If they added John Cena though, why in the world would I care about them adding John Cena? He can't hit me. His only option is to triple stockpile and then swallow and fully heal, and I can't do anything about it. Yep. Now he fully heals. There are total game modes on Warcraft or something. That's not surprising to hear. Can I get a crit? You know, that thing that this move's supposed to be able to do. I don't want to play League of Legends. League of Legends sounds like it's a good way to hate the world. And everything about it. But what do you think happens when League stops? Did you ever think of that, chat? What happens when League closes down? What happens to all those League of Legends players? Where do they go? They no longer have this toxic, heaping, festering wound of a game to conglomerate to. So now they have to go out and find new games to play. You know, League players. Don't you want to play games, other games with League players? The Great Migration. Exactly, right? Think about how many like popular sites, what would happen if they just like shut down and the base had to like go somewhere else. Didn't that happen to Tumblr? Tumblr had that issue, didn't it? Like Tumblr like said pornography equals no, and then a bunch of people who thought that was a really bad decision decided to migrate to other parts of the internet. And it's like, oh great, I sure do hope I get to share internet space with people who thought that sites should have absolutely no filter on 18 plus stuff. I'm sure those people will be engaging to talk to. This has been the worst fight ever, but I'm going to win it through sheer force of will. The toxicity in Dota is worse than League. Are you saying that the League players are going to be right at home? Or are you saying even the League players are going to get filtered? Alright, that was a gargantuan waste of time, but we won. I think a lot of Tumblr ended up moving over to Twitter, which marked, well, you know, Twitter. You know, a bunch of people from Tumblr go to Twitter, and they stay on Twitter, and they complain about how bad Twitter is. And then something gets posted, and they're like, alright, here's all of my socials to other places. I'm done with this bad site. And then, surprise, they don't get a bunch of followers on those other social media sites. So they come back to Twitter, and then they complain more about Twitter. It's a magical cycle. It's a cycle of ego. That's what it is. I don't care about followers. You know what's funny? I guarantee the people who say they don't care about followers, if you tell them that, they probably get mad at you. They can say it about themselves, but the minute you agree with them, it's like, oh, hold up now. Come on now. The more you say you don't care about it, the less I believe you. But because if they didn't care, then they would just fuck off. They would just go to a different platform, regardless of the amount of people that follow them there. But they don't. They come back. They come back every time. And Twitter's not going anywhere, no matter how many times the user base goes on quote-unquote strike. They just keep coming back because they can't gain enough traction in their other places, despite them saying they don't care about that. Isn't it amazing? I actually haven't been on Twitter in 3 days, and I know this because And whenever I'm not on Twitter for like a day, my phone starts giving me notifications. Like, hey, check out this tweet from person you don't follow, but we think you'd like it. If I liked it, I would follow them, don't you think? I'm not interested. Please stop giving me fucking notifications. I don't want to see them. If I wanted to go on Twitter, I would. I'm not, though. I don't want to. He said he was here, but he's not here anymore. It's only a dead end that way. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Anyways, I'm gonna head on to the next town. We're gaming. No, I want your money. Specifically your money. I don't care about anyone else's money. You owe me. You have a debt to pay. That's all it is. Oof. Lucario says it wants to battle. I have two. You know which one's taking a shine to you. Oh, I guess I just don't get a say in the matter, huh? Okay. So this is a problem. This is a big problem. It's a bad lead for this. Oh, this is gonna get bad. I mean, damage is damage. Power Up Punch and Metal Sound. Wow, Lucario is so awesome. I mean, he's pretty cool. It's not gonna kill me. Right. Bone Rush and Boomerang are two different moves. I don't know what to fight you with. I don't know what to fight you with. Hopefully that's a kill. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, we lucked out. Oh. And here's the other one. I'm staying in, I don't have much of a choice. I'm gonna lick it and dodge the power-up punch. Oh, what did I tell ya? What did I tell ya? Such strategy. Metal Sound? That doesn't matter. I'll do it again. Because now it's just gonna kill next turn. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's just that easy. Wasn't a big deal after all. Smackdown, you want to throw a rock at people? I don't really want you to throw rocks at people. It's not good behavior. Not even my ultra powerful Lucario duo could stand up to you. I had my own Lucario and he was better. You remember the gym? I'm the gym leader. Past that cave. Come say hello. Yeah, okay. I'll do it. We're making great progress, chat. Anyway, I am playing Smashing Brothers again. I haven't played Smash Brothers properly in like months. Because I just didn't want to. And I was doing other things. I went to a weekly on Sunday. And I lost immediately. Which is not good. You like smooth stones? I think they're neat. That's great, dude. I lost immediately. And back in my heyday, that didn't happen. In fact, that really sucked. But it was like expected. Because how could I possibly hope to win when I don't play the fucking game? So that's how I thought. And then I went to losers. And then I won one match. And then I played a Mii Brawler. And, yeah. That was about the extent of that. Anyway, I didn't wanna be there anymore. Because that character is a crime. But, afterwards, the next day, I decided I'm tired of being washed. I'm tired of this lack of respect. I'm tired of these motherfuckers. They don't know who I am. They got no reason to care who I am. I'm nothing. I'm barely mid-level. No one's gonna pop off when they beat me. I'm old fucking news. I'm tired of being old fucking news. So, the last 2 days, just been playing with Andrew. And we're trying. We're fucking trying. It's awful. It's truly awful. I used to be one of the best players in this region. I used to be really good. I used to do all kinds of cool things. If there was anybody in our scene who was gonna get in one of those big name fucking YouTube compilations, it was me. I'm not even kidding. I'm not exaggerating. There is a good chance that one of my clips would end up in one of those big compilations. And it's kind of impressive. Sometimes I'm there because I'm the one getting fucked up. So either way, I'm there. Because the character in Incineroar gets fucked up pretty easily sometimes. It sucks when that's the case, but either way, one way or another, I'm in there. Live and die by the Clippy. But that hasn't been the case in a long time. Like I said, I just haven't been playing for a long time. I haven't really had an interest in it, really. And I guess to a certain extent, I still don't. But now I guess I kind of do again. But I gotta say, as much as I dislike about the game, just playing with Andrew again does remind me that the game's fun. It's fun. It's a silly game, you know? Sometimes shit happens that makes you go, what the fuck? And you have a good time. Just gotta remember why you were playing in the first place. And I'm just having fun. Having a fun time. It's pretty good. So we're gonna keep playing. We're gonna try to get back to where we were and, you know, go from there. But I don't really know. One thing that needs to change is my mentality, though. A big problem I have is, I get nervous really easily in bracket, and then I play really bad. I play extremely bad, extremely restricted. I don't play with confidence anymore. So I need to play more and get that confidence back. You think you're gonna kill me, but I'm gonna switch to the ghost type, and then you can't kill me. You gotta play for the love of the game. That's what it is. And honestly, that's how it should be. Well, alright, goodbye, me and Fu. Monferno. Well, you're getting aerial ace, buddy. Unfortunately, that's not enough to kill you. But I have a big, slimy worm in the back. Eek. Fire punch? That didn't do anything. Oh. Oh, right, I have a quickie claw. I forgot. Okay. But yeah, that's taking up some extra time now, chat. I'm doing that as much as I can, really. I'd like to, like I said, I'd like to get back to, I'd like to get back to a point where I can play the game and not be really bad at it. I'm not as good as I used to be, and that's very obvious for anyone to see. But there's a lot of newer people that play in my region, and I don't really know them because I stopped going pretty regularly for a long time. So, people there don't even really know who I am anymore. The old guys still do. Like the guys I was playing with before, they still know me. They know how good I am, how good I was, I should say. But the newer guys don't know anything about me. Maybe they hear my name and they're like, oh, isn't that guy supposed to be good? And then they play me, and it's not the case. It's not the case anymore. It's not. It's really sad. But they don't respect me. They don't respect my ability to play the game. And they shouldn't, because I haven't done anything to earn that respect. Instead, I don't want to sit here and live on ego, you know? It's like, okay, I was good at the game like 2 years ago, and now I'm not. But because I was good 2 years ago, I should be better than you right now, who's actively playing, despite not playing myself. Who like that kind of egoism, that's I don't have that issue, thankfully. I don't really have that issue per se. I don't really view it like that, but I also kind of do. Slightly, but at the same time, I'm very consciously aware of that fact that thinking that at all is extremely conceited when you think about how, like I said, I don't play the game. I don't play the game, and these people do. So it makes sense that they should be beating me. So thinking that I should beat them because I used to be good, or I was good before them, makes no sense. So getting that out of your head is the first step to getting back on track. Because believing you should be better than your opponent because you were better than them before is not really going to help you improve. No, I'm not a pro Smash player. I went to tournaments, though. I did go to tournaments. I went out... Like, I went to Toronto and Montreal. I went out to Oakland, California. I've been places. I went to the first Genesis for Smash Ultimate. It was a pretty good time. I had a good time. Vital throw. But yeah, I went to Montreal. Actually, going to Montreal, we road tripped there. We road tripped from Nova Scotia to Montreal. It was a 12-hour drive from Halifax. And in the back of that car on the way home was when I played Touhou 7 for the first time. That road trip is where it pretty much all started for me, chat. Like, legitimately. It's pretty much where it all started for me. I'm gonna avoid that wake-up slap. The Dream Hack was alright. I don't remember too much about it. Pretty sure Grand Finals was Larry, Lair, and Esam for Smash 4. Bayonetta was there. I don't like Bayonetta. Alright, if all you're gonna do is wake-up slap, then I'm gonna be 2 ghost types. Yeah, I think I've told this story before. I played, my friend downloaded a bunch of Touhou games, but 6 didn't work. Oh, he had knockoff. Oh. 6 didn't work, so we skipped over to 7. So I was playing Touhou 7 on a laptop. Touhou 7 on a laptop in the back of a moving car. And I did pretty well, and I finished easy mode, and I was like, cool. And then I played Touhou 8, and I had a good time. And then, like, didn't play the fighting game. Didn't play 9.5. Like, I didn't play anything but 7 and 8. When I got home, and then when I got home, I was like, I really enjoyed that. So I tried to play more on my own, and when I couldn't really, like, beat the games because they were hard, I tried my best to get through the games as well as I could, but I wanted to see the endings, which I couldn't get because I kept, you know, losing. So I ended up watching Mega Man Omega to do, what do you call it? To play through the stories. I actually watched a PCB long play. There's a long play of PCB for all the shot types in the game, and I watched a majority of it. And then I started skipping around for the story dialogue. I really wanted to get everything I could out of the game. Like, I wanted to learn everything. And I took it slow. Like, I'd do one game, I'd you know, absorb the knowledge of the game, and then I would move on, like, slowly. I wasn't really racing to get it all done. And I slowly accumulated my informations of the world of Tuhu. But I did it because I was interested. And then I started streaming at some point after a while. And the first thing I streamed was, it was actually a week before my quote-unquote first stream. It was just a test to make sure everything worked, and it was IN. It was an hour-long stream just to make sure that streaming worked. And then when I had my first, like, proper stream, it was trying to beat EOSD 1cc. And now I'm here. Wow. Isn't that crazy? How did I get here? Streamer, you don't even play tall anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I don't, do I? But that's only partially my fault. See, tall was fun, and the improvement, while slight, was kind of enjoyable to an extent. But then I got to Lunatic, and Lunatic was kind of hard. Lunatic was hard, frustrating, and I didn't really feel like putting the practice in. Because I wasn't that, like... I wasn't, like, that enthusiastic in completing it, I guess. It definitely felt good to complete things, but it wasn't something that I really, really, really enjoyed doing. So, I didn't... It was hard for me to stick with practice. I did stick with practice for a number of games. I did beat Lunatic for a couple of them. Like, I beat Lunatic for 6, 7, 8, 10, and 11. Oh. And I beat Hard Mode for 12. But I don't like, I really don't like Lunatic for 13. And just learning things... Learning things is not that fun. Because some of the patterns just kind of piss me off. The game itself kind of pisses me off. And I never really had a desire to move on to the next game. But that's kind of where I got stuck with Touhou. It's like, I like playing Touhou. I like the music. But like, the only thing for me to do for Touhou right now, really, is try to beat Lunatic. But that requires... It's not something I can just pick up and do. I have to actually put some effort on the side into it. And I don't have the desire to put that effort into the side of it because I'm not that interested in actually completing it. And I don't like the idea of just streaming it, trying, failing, and not, like, getting anything done. I don't like that. I really don't like doing that. Iron defense? No, but maybe Swords Dance would be helpful for more situations. Every now and again, I can think of an idea for it, yeah. And usually my ideas work best for EOSD. But as far as just playing, like, regular Touhou, I've never really had a desire to just randomly play normal mode, I guess. Unless there's something I can do with it. Because it's like, I don't know. I beat it once. I'm kind of, like, good, I guess. But... the only advancement I can make is Lunatic on something past Touhou 11, and I don't really want to do that. That's all. There are other factors as well. Oh, this guy is great. But ultimately, the main factor comes from my own desire to play the game more than anything else. Well, I'm gonna put you up front so you can actually run from things. Okay. Let me hit the lights. Waka. Where is my streamer going? I don't know. He's in the dark. Walking around in the dark, lost. This cave is cool. But not really. Ah. Alright. This is not something you want to see. Fortunately, If I'm correct, ghost types can get away from Shadow Tag. Good. Thank God I have Lick. Every now and again, streamer is able to show that he knows something about Pokemon. And it's great because nobody bats an eye. Nobody cares. Everybody just expects it. But then when streamer, like, misclicks or a streamer forgets something simple, it's like, this guy is fucking stupid. How does this guy not know? But then I do something as big-brained as that, and I come out the... nobody cares. Nobody cares. Why doesn't this guy use this move? He's gonna body slam me. Throw is such a Pokemon. Not even a Pokemon at all, dude. This guy's a freak. Nasty ass creature. Ha, Lucha. Okay. That's fine. I'm just gonna click the same button I just clicked. 30. Didn't even do 30. I love my big cum snake. She's great. Okay, that did a little more than 30. Silky smooth. Beautiful. You love to see it. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a trainer or someone in here who heals you. I don't know where they are, so I probably should just leave naturally and go heal, because the more damage to my team, the harder it is to play this game. That's an ace trainer, yeah. I don't really want to mess with that. You can snag that item first, okay? Anyway, chat, I guess to go back to what I was talking about prior. I played Smash Bros. For a good portion of my life. I started with, I mean, I've been playing Smash since I was a kid, obviously. Like Smash 64, Melee, and Brawl. But I only really played those in the confines of my own home, where I was the best player. I was the best player in the house. I was the best player in my friend group. So, in Smash 4, we were just playing on 3DS Smash 4, and I was the kind of person who just picked whatever character I was feeling like playing, and like I was never really that good with any of them, but like I said, I was the best in the group, so it didn't really matter which character I picked, I could still produce result, and it gave me a false confidence that I was good at the game. So I never settle on a character. Although in early games I like Kirby. I played Kirby in every Smash game because I thought Kirby was awesome. I liked Kirby. I played him in 64 for sure, though I don't remember at all what playing 64 was like. I played him in Melee because he's Kirby, he's awesome. And I played him in Brawl because he's Kirby and he's awesome. But I also really liked Ike. I played Lucario as well when we unlocked him on like the first day we played Brawl. I played him for a long time as well. He was fun. I liked Lucario for a bit. But I mostly played Ike and Kirby. Those are my two most used characters in Brawl. They were awesome. And in Smash 4 I played Kirby as well, because Kirby's awesome. Well, goodbye, Carbink. But I stopped. And then I just started playing, like, whoever. I played Lucina for a bit. I beat 9.0 with her, and I played her. But like I said, best in friend group, no matter who I played, I would win. So, like, I was confident I could pick, like, anyone and be okay. And no, actually, I'm pretty one trick. I can't just pick characters and beat people. I can't do that. I can play one or two characters, basically one character, to a respectable degree, and that's all I got. I I am unable. I don't even know what game I'm playing half the time anymore. This is the way I play the game with this character. It's so specific. So anyway, Kirby's not good anymore. I miss Kirby sometimes, but I can't play him to save my life. He doesn't do what I want him to do. He just doesn't. But I was playing Smash 3DS with friends, and I heard about some tournaments, like a tournament that happened at a game store that like one of them went to. And I was like, okay, that sounds cool. They happen on Sundays. Maybe we'll go and we'll check it out together. So they got tournaments and they have round robins. So round robin is basically just you go in, you ask somebody to play, you go to a setup, and you play. And you play a best of 3, and then you report your score, and that's really it. There's no real restriction. You just do that. But anyway, I went there and I played with people. I don't even remember who necessarily I played with, but I did all right for myself. At that point, I was playing Fox and Falcon. Those were the 2 characters I was playing because Falcon was cool and Fox could do the silly double jab thing that I thought was hilarious. He could jab 1-2 and just carry you, and I thought that was really funny. And he could do perfect pivot down smash, which I also thought was really funny. So I was just doing that. That was the name of my game plan. But I was doing pretty well for myself, I gotta admit. And then I played one guy. His name was Raziek. I played him, and he plays Robin. Robin was not a good character. Robin was not a good character, like, at all, in fact. The people that were there who were good played really bad characters. The best players in that room played Robin, Duck Hunt, and Rob. Those are not good Smash 4 characters. They're just not. But I figured I would be able to beat up a Robin pretty easily because it's a Robin. I'm just going to run in and hit them. It's not what happened. It's not what happened at all. I got my ass beat. I got my ass beat pretty bad, actually. Like, really bad. So much so that I wanted to play him again, but everybody wanted to play him because he was the best player in the room. So that wasn't really going to happen. So I just played a couple others, and my friends played some people, and they didn't do that well. And I did all right for myself. And I was like, damn, man. I kind of got freed up. And I wanted to go back. And from what I understand, for most people, it's a pretty similar experience. This is usually how it goes down for people. They're the best in their group, the best in their circle. They hear about locals. They go. They get abso-fucking-lutely humbled. And then from there, it turns into either they give up and they don't go back, or they want to, or, they want to go back kind of deal. It's one of those, it's very, like, you either just quit right there, or you go back because you're like, damn, and now you want to play more. So, they ran round robins, and they also ran brackets. So, I was definitely better than my friends, but these people here were better than my friends. And I was still, like, better than some of them. The ones I played, a decent amount of them, I was better than. I was like, okay. But then there was the one that I played that was just, he was really good. He was really good. And I was like, god damn. I could barely land a hit on him. It was insane. I don't know what to do about Dynamo. I don't know. Yomu. So anyway, next week they're running a tournament, right? So, they're running a tournament. Now, the funny part here is, remember I said about the Rob player? I don't think he was actually at the round robin, or if he was, I didn't play him. Instead, I went to the tournament alone, because none of my friends wanted to go. Shocker, right? I went with a group of like 4, and then none of them wanted to go with me. So, I went alone. I bust down to the game store on my own to play tournament. And people play friendlies before the tournament starts, which is what I did. So I just sat down with the guy. He was the Rob player. I sat down with him, and he was beating my ass. And I was like, I don't know who this guy is, but I'm frustrated that I'm losing. Because, like, I should be better than Rob. But I was not better than this Rob. I was not better than this Rob, man. And I was like, I should be better than this Rob. And at this point, I was pretty much like, I realized, like, I need to pick a character and stay on a character. So that's what I did. I picked Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon was the character I stuck with. And he was the character I was going to play. So I was just Captain Falcon. And I was just losing to Rob. Also, I should mention, chat, that in early state of Smash 4 for us, we had custom moves legal, which was oh so fun. Some were banned, though. I'll tell you some stories about that in a bit. But he liked using a side B for Rob that just made him like reflect heavier and not move. It wasn't that great. Anyway, I've got the Falcon Punch him for doing that before. I think it was in bracket, but I had his gyro in my hand, and he just spun like reactively, and I just pressed B button, and he got Falcon punched, and he just kind of like put his head down and laughed about it, and I was like, yeah. But that didn't happen in the friendly setup. Anyway. Yes, Windy Kong. I have a story about Windy Kong that I wasn't there for firsthand, but I heard about, so I'll tell you about that after. But, no, we played friendlies for a bit. I wasn't necessarily disheartened from the whole experience, but I didn't know who the good players were at all. So when I was getting my ass beat by this Rob, I was like, okay, I don't know who this guy is. Like, I don't know how good he is, but he's clearly beating me, and it's like, oh, fuck, you know? It's like, I should be beating him, but I should. How would I know that at all? As far as I knew, the only player I knew that was, like, good was the Rob. Because he's the only one I played that was, like, that pretty much beat me. I didn't play the number 2 or the number 3, which is the Duck Hunter, the Rob. And I just used Paralyze Heal. Okay. But anyway, bracket starts, and my round 1, because I'm... Alright, we did doubles. I forgot. We did doubles first. I just teamed with a random. And we did okay. Like, surprisingly okay. I was doing stuff with Captain Falcon in doubles, and people were kind of popping off. Like, the commentators thought I was playing was exciting. They liked watching me. We did okay for ourselves. I carried the shit out of that team, mind you, but that's besides the point. Anyway, we got the singles, and my first opponent is a Ganondorf player. Ganondorf. Smash 4 Ganondorf. That is not a good character. It's just not. So, I'm playing Captain Falcon Ganondorf in round 1. And I lose 2-0. 2-0. I don't even remember if it was close. Straight up, I don't remember if it was close. He beat me. He just knew how to beat me, and he beat me cleanly. And I went to losers immediately. But from losers, I had to play a bunch of matches. I played I can't even remember who I played early on necessarily, but I played a Yoshi. And I remember I beat this Yoshi on Delfino Plaza, because that was legal. We could play on Halberd, Delfino Plaza, and Castle Siege, and Pokemon Stadium 2 with transformations. These were stages that were legal in my region, because the top players were Brawl players, and these were legal stages that were banned because Meta Knight existed. So Meta Knight didn't exist anymore, so they really fucking wanted them to be there. And eventually, they got rid of them, but that's besides the point. Anyway, I beat this Yoshi, alright? And from what I understand, this Yoshi was feeling about me like I was feeling about that Rob. Like, I shouldn't have lost to that Captain Falcon. That Captain Falcon wasn't even good. I shouldn't have lost to him. So I beat him, and then I gotta play a Kirby. This Kirby, that's my buddy Mark. That's my longtime buddy Mark. This is the first time I get to play him. He's playing Kirby. This is the first time we ever interact. And I beat his ass. And I move on. And now I'm playing for like 7th. And it's funny. Because I'm doing well in losers. I come up to the front desk, basically. And I hear I hear and I see there's somebody sitting down with the Rob player, and he's talking to him because he's playing in Winterside. He's talking to a Greninja in Winterside. He just beat him, and he was telling him that he was doing really well, and he thought he would do really well in losers. And who did I have to play immediately after? If not that guy. So that wasn't exactly right then and there based on bracket structure. But basically, he had lost to the Rob, like I did in friendlies, and then he was my next losers match. And I had to play the Greninja. That Greninja was Paper, who is actually my buddy Brian, who goes by Vapor now. So that was the first time I ever got to play Brian in bracket. And it was, I think it was a 2-0 in my favor. But, like, he had just gotten a whole spiel about how, like, he was gonna do well. He had potential, he looked good. And then I beat him. Who the fuck am I? And now I'm playing for 5th. And who do I gotta fight for 5th place? This fucking Rob. I gotta play this fucking Rob for 5th place. And it's not close. I get my ass beat. Again. Just like friendlies. It was not close. But I stayed to watch the rest of it. I didn't get to play the Duck Hunt. I didn't get to play the Robin again. I didn't get to partake in any of that. But I did get to, like, commentate. And people, you know, the people that were still there, like, they were kind of they were paying attention to me. And I got to talk with Brian a lot. Because, like, we were pretty much around the same skill level at that point. We were having we had a good match. Like, we got talking. And after the tournament, I went home. And then next week was round robin. I think it was 2 weeks, actually. But next time I went out, it was a round robin. And I sat down and I played, I saw Brian there. And so I called over to him. And since, A, we were equal skill level. So it was easy to just kind of, like, talk to him, you know? Like, I wanted to play him because he was good. He was good. I wanted to play him. I wanted to play the good players. So we just sat down, we played some friendlies, and that's kind of how we got our start, essentially. Keep flame charge. He became a regular, like, I'd see him there, I'd be like, oh, let's play friendlies before the tournament. Like, he was my go-to. We ended up teaming as well for the first, like, big event here. It didn't go too well, but it could have gone worse. I'll say that much. Anyway, now we're playing a round robin, chat, and I'm playing Falcon, like, properly, and I'm doing well for myself this round robin. Like, people, you know, somebody asked me to play, I played them, I beat them. I play somebody else, I beat them. I play somebody else, I beat them, and then this isn't the same round robin, actually. This is like one afterwards. I think it was the 3rd or 4th round robin that I went to. But I was just doing really well for myself. And I got the chance to play Raziek again. And sat down. We played a best of 3. And I beat him. And suddenly I was the main character in the room. Because nobody beat him. He very rarely was losing to anyone at that point. He was so far up on the PR because he just beat everyone. It was insane. He won, like, almost everything. People taking games off him, sure. People taking sets off him, that wasn't happening. That just wasn't happening. And then me. Who the fuck am I? I did it. And I became the main character in the room. People are like, holy shit, that guy just beat Raziek. Oh, fuck. And you know what happened after that? The number 2 player came over. The Duck Hunt. He wanted to play me after that. So I sit down with him, and I play against the Duck Hunt. And I beat him too. And now I'm the real main character. Because I just beat PR number 1 and 2 in a best of 3 round robin. And everybody wanted to play me. The Rob wasn't there. I didn't get to play the Rob. If I did, he would have beat my ass, probably. I don't know. I had a hard time beating him for a long time. But yeah, after that, everybody wanted to play me. So I got to play a bunch of matches, and I didn't lose. By the end of the night, my record for the round robin was 14-0. I played 14 sets that night and won every single one of them. All unique opponents. And that was my legacy. That was my story. And then the next bracket I got to play in after I had become known. After that, I went to the next bracket. I saw Brian there again. We played friendlies, and then we had to play for 5th. And this time, he beat me. So that was when he had his big moment, basically. Not because he beat me necessarily, but we both were playing for like 5th. We're both like new to the scene, essentially. I just had this big round robin that I came off of, and he's still doing well for himself, but I was kind of like the star of the show. But then he beat me, the up-and-comer, and I was like, whoa, okay. And then he did a really close game with the Rob, and people were like, okay, this guy's cracked too. So me and him are like, you know, this is what we're doing. So he has a good tournament, and that's like his big starting. And that's how it started for me. I went, I was PR number 4. I was the 4th person on the PR. So, remember how I said like the top 3 players, Robin, Duck Hunt, and Rob? Those were the top 3 players that have been playing the game since you know, the game's launch. They were playing tournaments because they were from Brawl. And here comes my jackass within a month of playing, and I'm number 4. I'm only behind those 3 players, and I am ranked higher than everybody else. And I was just like, okay, I don't think I earned that quickly, but cool. And that was where I started. The way I played the game was aggressive. I liked hitting people a lot. Sometimes, though, people played lame and I couldn't hit them. That sucked. I hated that. But people liked watching me because I played Captain Falcon, and people like Captain Falcon. And I liked hitting people with crazy things that were like, it was like exciting. I played the game like a fucking mongrel, I guess. And I still do. I still play like an asshole. It's like I don't respect my opponent sometimes, but it's like not really the case. But I think that's kind of something that holds me back, is I do respect the player a little too much. But like if I'm playing with my friends, I will go full jackass. I will play like a jackass for sure. I'll still I'll play properly, but I will go for things that I think would be funny if I hit them with it. That's why I do it. But I don't do that for people who I'm not really comfortable with, because I don't want them to think I'm an asshole. But like, I probably should just play the way I'm used to playing, because when I try to play a way I'm not used to playing, I don't know how to play the game anymore. It's rough. It's a rough life. But no, Smash 4 was good. I played Captain Falcon. I started playing Cloud when he came out. I got sick of all the Cloud stuff, so I ended up switching over to Donkey Kong, and I played Mr. Ding Dong himself, and I stuck with it and had fun. And I definitely wasn't becoming number 1 or anything like that, but I was still good at the game. But I was playing Donkey Kong, so like, if you lost to me, you were probably upset. But the only reason it didn't get that bad was because somebody else was playing Bayonetta, and Bayonetta was a hot topic for the game. People didn't like playing Bayonetta. People especially didn't like losing to Bayonetta. There are some people who were, they were really upset about Bayonetta's existence. I was one of them, actually. I hated Bayonetta. Bayonetta made the game extremely unbearable to watch and play in a lot of different ways. I didn't like that character at all. It really made things not fun. That's for sure. But, like, because that character existed in our scene and people were getting bayoed all over the fucking place, whenever I grabbed somebody at 70 and killed them with up throw up air, it was perfectly fine. Cargo up throw up air, I should specify. If you died to Ding Dong, you were probably a little bit annoyed. But then you didn't care as much because at least I didn't hit you at 3 and kill you. And that's what fucking Bayonetta was doing. Bayonetta was hitting you at 3% and turning it into a kill in a 2-stock game. Pretty egregious. Simply bad. But that's kind of where our scene went. It petered out. New game got announced, and everybody was excited because it meant Bayonetta was not going to be good anymore. And man, were they almost wrong. Man, were they almost wrong. Water absorb. There was the Smash Ultimate Invitational, and I watched Plup get killed by Bayo's up B at 50. And the world collectively sighed. But when Bayo came out in Ultimate, she was not the same character she was in Smash 4. Now, it's funny, because at this point, Mark still kind of played Kirby, but not really. Nidorino. He kind of played Kirby, but not really. He mostly was playing Ike now. That was like his main character. Brian was playing Bayonetta, and I was playing Donkey Kong. But when Ultimate came out, I wanted to play King K. Rool, because King K. Rool seemed funny to me. So I was playing a lot of King K. Rool at the start. But what happened was I watched a stream, and I saw the streamer using Incineroar, and I thought, holy fuck, Incineroar looks funny. He looks mad funny. So I picked Incineroar. And that's where it all went downhill. They warn you about this. When you go into the new game, don't pick the obvious low tier. That's a good way to lose. Now, Bayo was considered a low tier. Cloud was considered a lower mid tier. He used to be the second best in the game after all, so he got quite a change. But most people either stuck with their character from Smash 4 or tried someone new, and they picked better characters. In my case, I did not. Or maybe I did, depending on who you asked, because Donkey Kong and Incineroar are both not good characters. But I picked him because I thought he was really funny. And I played K. Rool for the majority of early Ultimate, and then finally when there was an event, there was finally an event. Did I get intimidated by a fucking Vespiquen? I guess so. I'll just smack it with this. Good call. Gust. Oh my. So I was playing K. Rool the entire time. Like, even with my friends, I was playing K. Rool. I wasn't playing Incineroar. We finally go out to this event, this first time event for Ultimate. It's not a bracket or anything. It's just like, hey, new game's out. Let's have like a little shindig, kind of like a round robin, so to speak. And as soon as I sit down for my first game, I pick Incineroar. And my friends go, Dylan, what are you doing? What are you doing? And all I could say was, thought he was cool. I thought he was fun. I wanted to play him. And you know what? I did really well. I did really well with that character. And so I stuck with him. And I was doing very well with him. I was one of the best players in the region, right out the gate, with fucking Incineroar. That's right. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Bad character. Now, the hater would say, well, of course, streamer. He was a new character. Nobody knew how to fight him. So, of course, you'd get a bunch of free cheesy wins. And to that, I have one thing to say to you, chat. One single thing to say to you about that. Incineroar can't move. Incineroar runs at you, and he does not make it to you. I had to put in so much effort to approach people. So much effort. His up B was bad. Incineroar got a bunch of buffs over the course of the game. But release Incineroar was really bad. Unquestionably bad. But I was still doing well for myself. I was beating people. I was a winner. Streamer was winner. Winner's POV was the streamer. See, here's why I thought he was funny. His moves were funny. His side B was hilarious. His throws were silly. And his down B was a funny mechanic. He would just go, wow. And then if you hit him, he could do 75% to you with a side B. And I was like, that is so fucking awesome. I want to hit people with a 75% damage move. I love heavies. I love doing damage to people. I can't play those weenie characters who do like nickel and dime. I have to play a character who each hit does a minimum of 15%. I want you to understand, you got hit by me, it fucking hurts. What I liked about Incineroar as well was he was heavy. Incineroar is the 7th heaviest character in the game, tied with Charizard. But what made Incineroar different is that despite being a super heavy, his body type isn't actually that different from a standard character. Super heavies like Donkey Kong, K. Rool, and Bowser are big fellas. No doubt about that. Incineroar was not that far below in the weight class. He was as big, he is as heavy as Charizard. Charizard's big as well. But he, as far as his build went, he was a pretty standard fighter. So he didn't get hit by a lot of that heavy cheese that tends to happen to them, where they're so big that sometimes they get oops hitboxed. He doesn't have to worry about that as much as them. He's still not good though. However, there is one really good Incineroar player in the world from Mexico. His name is SkyJ. He is very, very good with the character. In fact, he's so good with the character that people seem to think that just because that one person produces results sometimes with him, that Incineroar is actually a pretty good character after all. He's not. Incineroar is not a good character. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, my character's bad, that's why I lose. Because I could win with my bad character, but now I lose because I'm not good enough with him. But there's this weird phenomenon with Smash Bros. Where characters who are considered not good, producing any form of a result at all, will magically become sleeper high tiers. So in this case, Incineroar was like a bottom 5 character. I think it's actually pretty hard to argue that, for even like for free patch especially. He was not a good character. But now we got this really good player who can sometimes do really well with him. And it's crazy because if you look at SkyJ's placements, SkyJ has been in grand finals. He's been in top 8s. He's been in top 32s. He's been in top 64s. And sometimes he's even in top 96s. Now, obviously, if he's in top 8, he's in all the other ones. But what I mean specifically is that sometimes SkyJ does not make it past a certain threshold. Now, obviously, top 96 is still really good. Don't get me wrong. But there are a lot of matchups that Incineroar can run into where he just doesn't really get to play the game. And so what happens is SkyJ is really good at mitigating bad matchups as best he can, but he's not omnipotent. So sometimes he just gets a bad bracket, and he gets unlucky, and he doesn't do that well. So tell me how a character whose placements fluctuate between 96 to top 8 means it's a good character. I don't think that's how that works. I'm not going to say he's a bottom 5 character anymore, because that much is obvious. He's not. He's not a bottom 5 character. But Incineroar is really not that great of a character. He does not have any speed. Air drift. He doesn't have anything like that. He's got big moves that kill you and they're funny. But that's about it. There are so many other characters in the game who just run circles around him to a frustrating degree. And it's great that SkyJ does as well as he does, because it means you can watch high-level Incineroar, and high-level Incineroar is fucking hilarious. Because SkyJ also plays like a goon. That motherfucker does stuff, like, he does stuff in a real-ass bracket match that would make somebody call it a Mickey Mouse tournament. That's what he does. But he does it with a completely serious expression on his face. And he's not afraid to play up to, like, Incineroar's bullshit. Which I think is hilarious, because Incineroar barely has... Like, he has bullshit, but it's not nearly as fucking, you know, stupid as some other better characters. There are so many characters in the game that are better than him with better bullshit. But the thing is, if you're a bad character and you have a good option, people complain about that good option. A lot. It's almost funny. It's like a bad character having a good option is not allowed. No, you're a bad character. We've already decided you're a bad character, so you're not allowed to have a good option. I think Bowser and DK are good examples. In Smash 4, especially Bowser and DK were not very good characters. Bowser more so. Bowser didn't really have anything. He was a pretty textbook heavy. He literally just had strong moves and could kill you early, but he didn't have anything but stray hits. Like, Bowser didn't have combos or confirms. He just had strong stray hits, and he was combo food. But then they gave him up throw up air. And what up throw up air did was it made Bowser one of the best counter pick characters in the entire game. Because A, Bowser's grab, especially his pivot grab, has ludicrous range. If you don't believe me, feel free to look it up. His pivot grab is huge. And the funny part about it is that pivot grabs have intangibility to a certain degree for the grab range. So you could grab hitboxes and people would just be pulled into your grab. And there are tons of examples of this happening. People call it the force. They call it the lasso. Because sometimes you could extend your hurt box into the pivot grab and Bowser could grab you an entire Bowser's length away from him. And then he would up throw you and then he would do his confirm into a kill. And that's what Bowser became. Bowser was now a really good counter pick character because all he needed to do was grab you a couple times. And that's what Bowser players did. The Bowser players that did well, and the DK players, they're not excused either. They turned those characters into grapplers, and they weren't the only characters to get stuff like that. Down throw up airs were a thing that they gave to a number of characters, and every single one of them was just as frustrating as the last, because they were just an easy way to kill somebody at 80 in a game where you have 2 stocks. And it was a mess. It was just an absolute mess. So that's what Bowser did. Bowser did not really have anything special to him. He was textbook heavy. And then suddenly he became a grab bot. And his grab was so good that it made him a relevant character. Because if you were playing against somebody who liked to shield a lot, which in Smash 4 that was a lot of people, then all you had to do was grab them a couple times. And in 2 stocks, 6 grabs getting into the game is not a very high number to have to hit. It's not that hard. It really isn't. And again, DK was the same way. People would know the percent thresholds, and you could even see it, especially for Donkey Kongs. Donkey Kongs would flat out disengage. They wouldn't fight you anymore. Because you were in the percent where they could kill you with a grab, they would not ever attack you. Because if they put you out of the range, then DK has to rely on a stray hit to kill you. And that turns DK into the character he used to be, aka a bad character. But if he kept you in that percent where he could up throw up air you, then he was a good character. Because you played very, very scared of the grab. Watching Sheik versus DK in Smash 4 always went like this. Sheik would hit DK up to 150, probably more, because Sheik couldn't land any of her confirms on DK, and DK would live forever. However, all Sheik had to do was press A on the ledge, and DK could not get off the ledge until eventually one led to a bouncing fish. However, if DK grabbed Sheik at 50, Sheik died. And I'm not joking. Give me your Eviolite, son. Give me that. So, as the DK player, you would be subjected to a one-player game for 75% of the match or longer, and you would only have to grab Sheik 3 times a stock to kill her. And that was actually pretty hard. But Sheik players hated that matchup because it was very easy. It was very easy as the Sheik player to slip up. And if you slipped up, you got shield grabbed. And if you got shield grabbed, you probably died to DK. Because Rage is in that game. And with Rage, the higher percent DK is to a certain cap, the lower the percent has to be for Sheik to kill her. And that's what would happen. Sheik would do about 130 plus damage unanswered. DK would get 2 grabs, and DK would be up the stock lead. And being up the stock lead meant that Sheik only had 1 stock left. And spoiler, people tend to play a little more scared when they only have 1 stock left. Not a good idea to leave the city while petty matters with Corina. How do you know my business, son? Who even are you? Tauros. Anyway, I wanted to tell a story about customs. So, this happened like a month. This happened like a month before I went to my first tournament. But there was a tournament in New Brunswick that had like a pretty juicy prize pool. And it had customs legal. So, what happened was they have a DK player. They had a DK player down there who was pretty good. He played Captain Falcon and DK. He played them because he thought they were funny. And you know what? I play the same characters as him, so he was right. Anyway, he's playing DK, regular DK. I don't know why he didn't want to use customs or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but he was playing regularly, and then he lost in winners. I don't remember what he lost to, but he lost to someone in winners. And as soon as he did that, he turned on Windy Kong. Up B3, which is Windbox Spinning Kong. Windy Kong. The most broken custom in the entire game. And he clean swept the tournament with that. From losers. I don't think he dropped a single game after that. And I think that was the point where they were like, okay, maybe customs. Because the only reason that customs were still being played at that point was because Raziek, the Robin, was going to EVO that year. And EVO, Smash 4 EVO, was allowing custom moves. And man, was that bad. Because so many custom moves in Smash 4 are... Would you believe me if I told you not every move in that game was balance tested? Some of those custom moves are funny. They're really, really funny. And some of them are so unbelievably obnoxious. Here's what Villager would do. Villager had a combination of custom moves that went like this. He would put a sapling down that would trip you if you interacted with it. He had a giant Lloyd that he would put out. And it would be hard to break, and it would cover a lot of space. And he had exploding balloons, which were balloons that exploded. So here's what would happen. Villager would plant the sapling at the ledge. He'd put the gyroid out. And then he would plank the ledge with exploding balloons covering the top of him. And that is what he would do for the whole game. And there was nothing that you could do about it. You could not approach him on the ground because you would trip on the sapling that you can't do anything about until it goes away on its own. The big Lloyd is uncontestable. You have to jump over it. But if you jump over anything, you get hit by the exploding balloons, which, spoiler, would kill you. And that is what Villager would do with customs. And it did not take long for people to realize that he could do that. And lo and behold, people were doing that. But there were funny customs. Dr. Mario had a tornado with a hitbox that was basically 3 times his size, and it would hit people above him. It was very funny. I laughed a lot. He had a 1-2, an up B that killed you at like 60. He would go 1-2. It went nowhere recovery-wise. Now that's a funny recovery. That's a funny custom because it's on a bad character. You know what's not funny? Mii Brawler. Now, Mii Brawler is a piece of shit, even in Ultimate, because he still doesn't earn any of his wins, and he never has. But it was surprisingly, if you can believe it, he was even worse in Smash 4. Now you're probably wondering how that's possible. Well, there was a move in Smash 4 called the helicopter kick. It was a very fast up B that sent you off the side. Mii's also had different sizes in the game, so people would run the super small Mii, which meant they were weaker, but they were very agile. And what they would do is they could grab you, they could down throw you, they could forward air you, and they could up B you, and drag you into the magnifier, essentially, on any legal stage, and you would die at 50. And they would have enough drift to simply make it back to the stage. And that is what Mii Brawler did. That is what he did. You know what he does nowadays? He grabs you, he down throws you, he up airs you, and then he up B's you. He piston punches you, and he kills you at 70 in a true combo. And for some reason, like, that's just okay. I genuinely do not understand why that's okay at all. He was lame as shit when he was doing helicopter kick, and now he's lame as shit when he does piston punch. And that's it. That's what he does. Mii Brawler just jumps around you, spams aerials, and he tries to convert into his up B to kill you at a percent that you shouldn't die. And that's what Mii Brawlers do. They don't try to play the game. They try to play to their win con. It's the same thing with Luigi. Luigi is the same way. I think Luigi is very funny. Oh, whoops. Luigi is very funny because you will watch a Luigi player online and they won't know how to play neutral. And they won't even know how to play advantage or disadvantage. But if they grab you, they know how to kill you from 0. They'll grab you, they down throw you, and they hit you with the 0 to death. So they learn how to do that. And that's what they do. And that's their win con. They're not playing Luigi at that point. They're playing down throw 0 to death. Luigi is like just a part of it. If they couldn't play Luigi, if they had to play a different character with it, they probably would. So characters like that are unfortunate because they just do one thing. They do one thing. I'm not gonna battle you yet, actually. I want to evolve my frog. Man, this explanation is just not interesting. I'm gonna yawn, dude. I'm gonna yawn. I smell food and it's making me hungry. Anyway, what was I saying? I forgot. Right. No, so, yeah, that's what Luigi does. Kazuya is kind of similar. Kazuya has a variety of cool moves. Sure. But, well, Kazuya has one really, really good move. And that move is, like, it does everything you could possibly want. So, why wouldn't you use that move? But that's kind of what Kazuya is. He's very centralized to one move to a point where he can get away with some of his other moves only because you're afraid of the main move. It's the same deal with DK and the same deal with Bowser in the last game. You were so afraid of them hitting you with a grab that their other less impressive moves were able to actually do something because you were so scared of the one move that was, you know, worth being scared over. So, yes. Kazuya does Electric Wind God Fist. That move is intangible on startup. Like, he literally goes through anything. The move comes out and finishes really quickly. And if he hits you with it at any percent, he can kill you off it. He can hit you at 0, and he can convert it into a combo. He can hit you at 140 and true combo it into up B. There is no percent where Electric Wind God Fist doesn't get him something. And like I said, it has intangibility on the start of the move, and you can press the move a lot. It approaches for you. It is extremely belligerent, but it is also funny as fuck. It is funny as fuck to watch Kazuya kill someone. I am a hypocrite. That is for sure. Because I think Steve is a crime against humanity. But when Kazuya hits somebody with his shit, I laugh about it. I think he's funny. And some people, I think, feel that way about Steve. They think Steve is really funny. So they're okay with his bullshit. His brand of bullshit. There are some people who think Steve is fine and they want Kazuya banned. Me? I just think Kazuya is funny. But I also agree that he is an extremely simple character at face value. I'm not saying he's easy to play per se. I don't know how easy it is to learn his TODs. But Electric Wing God Fist is probably one of the most overtuned moves in the history of Smash Brothers. Yeah, play him in Tekken. That'll be better. Counterpick the Tekken. See how his fucking Electric Wing God Fist does there. No, Sakurai has this thing with DLC characters where he really likes to reward the player for using resources and inputting fighting game inputs. Characters are rewarded very heavily for things like that, and it's really annoying because all the good characters have an aspect to that like is very obvious of that design philosophy, and it's really fucking annoying. Ryu in Smash 4 had a confirm into a Shoryuken that killed you at like 60 if you did the input. That's all you had to do. Just do a Shoryuken, just do a Dragon Punch input and your Shoryu killed at 60 on some characters. It was very absurd. And they mellowed it out in Ultimate, but then they didn't really, because Terry came, and Terry has a lot of funny buttons. He had more complex inputs for his Go Meter stuff, and his Go Meter stuff is very strong. But then Kazuya really sealed the deal with EDWF, or EWDF, or EWGF. There you go. Electric Wind God Fist. It's a silly move. It's a silly move for silly boys and girls. But no, I think, I don't really like characters like that because I find that the way they play is pointless, I guess. It's like, I don't like playing characters who play overly defensive because I like hitting people in Smash Brothers. I don't play characters who don't do very much damage because I like hitting people in Smash Brothers. But I don't like playing characters where, like, they kind of fit the criteria, but they're only playing to one thing. There's nothing exciting about what they do. Like, they only play towards one eye-rolling situation, and then they get it, and then they win, and they pop off like they're good. Now, that sounds disrespectful, because it is disrespectful. I'm not showing any respect for people who play characters like that. I think those characters are really stupid. And honestly, if you're playing like that and you're not beating people, then you are trash. And that is probably the meanest thing I've ever said about anybody I mean, I'm not even talking about anyone specifically. But when you pick a character that is notorious for cheese and you can't beat people when all you do is go for this cheese, then you are a bad player. You should seek help. Seek a better character. That's how I feel. See, a big reason I didn't like Bayonetta because I thought Bayonetta was stupid, but like the way I play the game, somebody said it to me, and I really agreed with it. Like, it's like, why don't I like Bayonetta? Because Bayonetta does exactly what I like to do in Smash Brothers. She kills you really early, and I like doing that because I think Smash is fun when you can kill people super early. But I hate Bayonetta, and I hate everything about her design philosophy. And somebody wrapped it up kind of nicely when they explained it. It's like, I play characters where, you know, killing somebody early isn't, it's like, it's exciting because it's not expected to happen. Bayonetta is a character that is expected to kill you early. If Bayonetta hits you, you are expected to die. And then when you die at like 20, everybody's just really upset. Nobody's excited. Everybody's just sad. But if Donkey Kong kills you at 30, that's mad exciting. Cause it's fucking Donkey Kong. What, he has no business killing you that early. But he does, cause he's a heavy. So I like killing people early because killing people early with my characters means I hit them with something very good in a very perilous situation. Bayonetta just hits you and then you're expected to die at any point of the stage. So with characters like Luigi, if Luigi grabs you and does hoo-ha 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 hoo and you die off the top, nobody like pops off. Because it's just expected of Luigi. It's just like, alright, there he goes. Yeah, you gotta grab, and he's doing the combo thing, and then you're dead. And it's like, okay. Like, the only person who's excited for that is the person doing it. And if you're out of state or out of province, I guess in my case, that your boys who are disgusted by you, but they want to see you win. But they're, you know, they're still disgusted by you. Stuff like that. So that's why I don't like characters like Luigi and Mii Brawler and Kazuya to a certain extent. But like I said, Kazuya's kind of weird because I think he's mad funny. But there are characters that I just kind of roll my eyes because they're very one-dimensional characters. It's like how in Pokemon, the ability Contrary, I think is a really cool idea on paper. But it creates some of the most polarizing Pokemon like I've ever seen. Contrary is only really like cool on Enamorous, honestly. Contrary on Superior is just obnoxious. It's extremely obnoxious. So cool idea, but the execution's unfortunate. And I think it's really a shame for Luigi because Luigi's funny. Like, Luigi's supposed to be funny. If you look at Luigi's moves in like every game, that character is supposed to be funny. Oh, you click side B, there's a 1 in 10 chance you fucking explode. Amazing. Oh, you get a point blank up B, then your opponent explodes. Oh, he jumps really high. Okay, that's funny. He has goofy animations, goofy poses. He's a goofball, cornball looking character. Hell, even in Brawl. In Brawl, Luigi has a 2% chance to trip when he runs, where every other character only has a 1% chance. So, he's supposed to be funny. But it stopped being funny because in Smash 4, he could grab you and kill you. And then he could do the toilet bowl, where he would just down B above you and you would touch it and you would fall with, like, Smash 64 level hits done and die. And then in Ultimate, he turned into, I'm going to grab you, I'm going to down throw you, and I'm going to kill you, and then I'm not going to play neutral. I don't know how to play neutral. I only know how to play for this win condition. So as soon as you're not in a percent where they can, like, kill you anymore, they just completely crumble. And that makes the character not fun. The character's not exciting to watch because you know what they're doing if they want to win. But it's such a shame because if Luigi didn't have that, he would be such a funny character. Luigi in Melee is fucking hilarious. His wave dash goes halfway across the screen. He just goes, yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's just in center stage. Then he's to the ledge. Then he's back center stage. Like, he's such a slippery motherfucker. It is so funny. He's not good, but he's funny. And he's not good in later games either. Wow, I am just... Why is Pachirisu just so hard to kill? Good lord. I only need to kill one more and then I can go do the fight at least. I think he's tragic. He's a tragic character. He should be a character that somebody sees, get picked, and they go, yo, it's a Luigi. But instead he's a character that everybody rolls their eyes over because you know exactly what he wants to do and how he's gonna play. Fur coat would make a lot of sense, actually. Because the first Pachirisu I ran into definitely did not have it. They definitely took more damage than this. This is a very low amount of damage. Oh, that's the last one I have to kill. It's almost done. Don't worry. I just think the Miis are awful in general. I hate them. The Miis created one of the longest, most annoying conversations in Smash Bros. History. Honestly though, chat, who the fuck wants to play a Mii? I don't understand it. What about a Mii is exciting? You got this fucking platform fighter, crossover, a bunch of characters you know, and a bunch of like guest characters, all these awesome characters, and you want to play as Nintendo System Avatar. Like, really? That's who you want to play with? Oh, goodbye, Windows. Well, at least it didn't break. Oh, didn't break much. I'm getting the biggest frog you've ever seen. Alright. Hold on, chat. You're gone. I can't see you. Oh well, you'll come back eventually. Water or Suriken? I mean, I guess it's better than Pound. It's priority after all. Good. You don't evolve if you faint when you reach the level of evolution, so that's why I wanted to do that before I bought the upcoming fight. No, Miis are... The whole Mii conversation was annoying for a pretty simple reason. Miis had custom moves, and they had varying sizes. And nobody wanted to talk about that. Oh, okay, you want Miis to be legal? We need like a default moveset. No. Miis should be allowed to use all of their custom moves. Okay. Miis should be allowed to use all their custom moves. You know why they wanted that? Because all the good ones weren't the defaults. That's the only reason why. They ran the same fucking set. They did run shot put. Shot put was a default one. But the flip jump, the helicopter kick, whatever the side B was, those were definitely not default ones. So that's why they fought so hard for those. Not because they cared about that, but because the ones they actually wanted to use that could cheese people were behind that. No, man, I just want to play my Mii because I love the Nintendo Mii. Think about how many people played fucking Sword Fighter and Gunner. Those characters didn't have anything. They were bad characters. The real argument for Miis and the entirety of Miis was and always will be because small brawler existed. People wanted to play small brawler. They wanted to run helicopter kick, and they wanted to kill people at 50 off of down throws. This is what they wanted. And it was the writing was on the wall. But they had to put on a show about it. That's the part that's annoying. They had to put up a show about it. You know? Justice for all Miis. They deserve better. You know, they should be allowed to run any custom move they want. They should be allowed to run whatever size they want. But that all translates to let me cheese people at 50 with small brawler and helicopter kick. Because you know none of these Mii players were going to do anything without that. This just wasn't going to happen. Alright, I think you're leading with Meowstick, which means I'm going to bite you. So that was the main argument, for sure. And I just didn't like them. I didn't like them. I've been cheesed by helicopter kick enough times. And now I get cheesed by piston punch. Same fucking song and dance. Same old song and dance. But this time the Miis are okay because they are. The Miis themselves are. They still have their different custom moves. And those are okay, I guess. But not because all their cheesy ones are their, you know. All their cheesy moves aren't the default moves. If Mii's had to run their default moveset, we would probably see the campaigning again. But it took a while before people realized that Mii Brawler could do that to people. And now that we know, the character's not especially popular. But when you run into one, it's like, it's a gimmick check. It's just a massive gimmick check. Mii's aren't good though. Mii Sword Fighter was actually used a decent amount early on. Strictly because their Hurricane Slash, their neutral B, that move had fixed knockback. So it would always set up for a kill. So people thought it was really good because it was like, oh, a kill confirmed. Whoa. Throw this really shitty projectile and get a kill. Trade-off was you had to keep playing Mii Sword Fighter. Not a good character. But yeah, Mii Brawler wasn't as popular as Mii Sword Fighter was early on. It's actually kind of impressive. Genuinely kind of impressive. I think I stay in because I'm a fairy type. Why did you go Dragonair though? I don't have Play Rough. That's fine. That's not gonna kill me. Oh, right. Reflect. Anyway, Mii's sucked. Like, again, in Smash 4, Mii's weren't good. There was only one Mii that was good. It was the small asshole with the helicopter kick. And that's what people wanted. People wanted that one legal so they could cheese people. That's it. It's plain and simple. But I don't like Mii's because, to me, they're a waste of a Pokemon. Like, legitimately, or a waste of a fighter. Now, it's not like they took anyone's position or anything like that. But I don't think they're very inspired. And the fact that the fucking Brawler keeps somehow having something that it can do to just ruin the game for other people has not been... It's been kind of bad. Kind of bad on Nintendo's part. Because again, Gunner and Sword Fighter aren't good. They're really not good. It's always Brawler that has some kind of shit that turns them into a character that you just have to roll your eyes over. A double quickie. Not bad. I think the worst thing about the Miis... Honestly, like the worst thing about the Miis is that all of the costume DLC... All of the costume DLC for any character was given to them. Mii outfits. Instead of making packs for like characters, which to be fair, they might have not even done that anyway regardless. Go ahead and Spiky Shield me, bitch. But when they were like, whoa, check out these Mii outfits, and then they would show the character you wanted in Smash, but he was a Mii outfit. That happened a lot, actually. When they would show off Mii costumes, and they would show off a character that people wanted it as a character in the game. But nope, you've been delegated to a Mii costume. That was worse than just not getting the character. Seriously. Sans was kind of funny, though. That one was kind of funny. Him getting in there. You could pretty much treat, like, Mii Gunner as San, if you really want. You were getting 1v1 by a sword, dude. Chestnut is such a bad Pokemon. Holy shit. Vaporeon. I'm actually not sure what to do here. I have Cut. Like, Sans was actually really kind of crazy. I bought Sans, but that was mostly because he came with Megalovania. Like, they came with a soundtrack, which is cool. I don't know if I got Cuphead, though. But yeah, Mii costumes were neat in that regard. Oh. Well, it doesn't matter, because this crits, so it goes through your acid armor. I would have rather we got, like, I don't know, nothing. More characters. Or, like, additional outfits, like I said. I like additional outfits. Yeah. Spare me the details. We'll be waiting for you at the gym. Okay. Dante. Yeah, I mean, you could argue that it's, like, cool that they had so many other series represented through the Mii costumes, but like I said, if you really wanted that character in Smash, a Mii costume didn't necessarily guarantee they weren't going to be in the game at all, but it's hard to... That copium was a little too high grade for anyone to be taken. I don't think anybody truly believed that. Like, if you saw your character in a Mii costume, you were pretty sure it was over. It was so over. You were not coming back from that one. Although, Smash is always kind of fun with, not leaks, like new characters and DLC and stuff. People always get excited over that, wondering who it is, but some people get really upset. Like, really upset. I remember I watched a clip of some guy, like, he's just watching a reveal stream, and they showed off some assist trophies, and they showed off Isaac from Golden Sun. Because, you know, some reason, that guy's been an assist trophy. He was an assist trophy in Brawl. And all he does is cast Magic Hand. But some people really wanted him to be a fighter. For all 5 people who played Golden Sun. And, well, no one cared. Well, I mean the Sunstone. It's not that nobody cared, sorry. What I meant to say was that he got shown off in an assist trophy reel, and this clip I'm watching, this guy who's just, like, watching the stream, on his stream, like, hits his desk, like, loud. Motherfucker cracks his desk because Isaac from Golden Sun was an assist trophy and not a fighter in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm just thinking to myself, damn. That could not be me. What the fuck's the gym? Am I... Huh? What the... Wait a minute. Huh? I don't know where the gym is. I don't know where the... I don't know where the gym is. What the fuck? Where's the gym? Oh, I found it. I found it. Okay. I found the gym. Chat, where's the move reminder in this game? The guy who wants heart scales? I don't really know what to do in this gym, to be honest with you. I don't know where the move relearner is, but I kind of need him. Because I need to give fucking Psycho Cut to Gallade, because he's not learning anything. He's got no stab options. I have Aerial Ace on Yomu. That's it. That's all I got. Hold still. Bitch. Bro. It's too bad Simon and Richter suck. Simon and Richter are not good characters. They are very unfortunate fellas. It's like they're almost cool in their presentation, but then their gameplay is extremely static, and it literally doesn't change no matter who they fight. It's like, okay, so what do? You space whip and you throw your projectiles, and that game plan applies to every character in the game. There's no change up. And yet, I hate that matchup as Incineroar. It is so fucking hard to get in on that piece of shit. Throw, huh? I don't even know what throw can do. It should have been Alucard? No. No, I think Simon was cool. Alucard was an assist trophy. Simon was a really cool idea. And then when they were like, oh, by the way, here's Richter. In case you think Simon's kind of lame, you can play Richter, who's the same. I was like, whoa, okay, that was kind of awesome, actually. And the Castlevania stage and the Castlevania music, I thought that was all really cool. I just think it's a shame that the way they play is extremely boring, and it doesn't change no matter who they fight. They are locked into their game plan, and there's no real adaptation they can make to it. They're kind of just stuck doing what they do. Now, they can do some cool stuff. They do have some cool stuff they can do. They have setup play, but it's hard to do, so not a lot of people want to do it. And it's like, why bother doing that when you can pick any other character and get more reward for less risk? Well, when you think, chat, when you think of Castlevania, who's the first character you think of? Because in my opinion, the first character I think of, I don't need Night Slash. I think of Simon. Simon Belmont, when I think of Castlevania, he's the first thing that comes to mind for me. Easily. It's easily Simon. Soma, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. First thing you think of with Castlevania is a fucking teenage pretty boy. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. It's hard being cultured over here. When I hear Castlevania, I think of the time Simon motherfucking Belmont rolled up to Dracula's crib, whipped the shit out of all of his homies, and then climbed up to the top of the tower and turned him into the Cookie Monster, killed his ass, and went on about his life. I have no idea what Simon did after he defeated Dracula. But that doesn't matter, because the important thing is that he rolled up and fucked everything. That's what he did. Everyone after that, I mean, Richter's cool. People like Richter. And Richter was also, like, relevant for more than one game and had speaking roles, so he was more of a character than Simon was. But Simon has legacy attached to him, you know? Oh, shit, Yomu is becoming double Yomu. You can't talk about Soma. You haven't played Dawn of Sorrow. I beat Aria of Sorrow. Thank you very much. I made the mistake of trying to get every soul drop, and it burnt me out of the games extremely hard, and then I didn't want to continue with Dawn. Because I knew the mechanic was coming back, and I wasn't sure I'd be able to do it again. I really ruined the endgame of Aria for myself by trying to grind souls. I just ended up grinding by accident, and the game wasn't very exciting. I was just trying to get through it at a certain point. Dawn's got a weird art style change. I wouldn't call it bad, it's just different. I've never seen Portrait of Ruin at all. Some point, I probably will. And I've seen Order of Ecclesia. I like that game. That game's cool. I never played it though. I played the GBA trilogy though. I don't know. I played Symphony and I thought Symphony was cool, and I decided to try Circle of the Moon because I was like, maybe I gave Metroidvanias a hard time and they weren't as annoying as I thought they'd be. And I played Circle of the Moon with Nathan Graves, and I actually really liked it, even though it beat my ass. It beat my ass pretty bad in a lot of places, and that game has kind of a reputation for doing that. And then I played Harmony Dissonance, and I played as Juiced, and I thought that game was fine too. I like that game. And I played Aria, and I was like, alright, so Aria, this is the good one of the trilogy. And like I said, I completely burned myself out by grinding for souls. And I was like, fuck. Because I was enjoying it at first, and then I wasn't enjoying it very much at the end. Aria is definitely the best one if you don't try to do what I did. Mianfu. It's definitely the best one in that sense. Dawn is good too. Portrait I have no opinion on, and Ecclesia is good. Circle of the Moon is weird though. Circle of the Moon is very weird. It's hard to recommend. It's a weird game. And Harmony Distance also kind of weird. It's kind of a weird game. I've never played Castlevania 3. I know that game is balls hard. I did beat 4 though. Alright, well, if you want to stay up there, go ahead. I beat Castlevania 4. I beat Castlevania Bloodlines. I beat Castlevania Dracula X. I beat Castlevania 1. I've never played Simon's Quest. Don't bounce again. Never played Simon's Quest, and I don't intend to. That game is just not an interest in me at all. Alright, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, well, what can you do? Super Castlevania is pretty good, yeah. I like that one. I never played Rondo, but I watched Rondo. And again, I played Dracula X. I got the good ending. Why am I getting poison jab? Oh, that's just swell. Wow, you died. Oh, crit for a crit, okay. I didn't play any of the Game Boy ones. I didn't play any of the 3D console ones. I think though, I did fine. You're gonna bounce if I do that. I think I did a fine amount of playing. Like, the amount of Castlevania I've played, there's not very many games left that I would want to play. But I like the series a lot. Oh, you weren't actually even injured, like at all. That's fine. Rondo was just kind of hard to play. But Dracula X wasn't. But Dracula X is not good. Dracula X is pretty bad, in fact. I only played that one because Christian played it and didn't finish it. So I decided to be a twat about it. And that's why I played it. So I could beat it because he didn't. Same with Castlevania 4. He got to the level A and B's, and he didn't finish it. And I was like, I'll do it then. And then I got to those levels, and I suffered. Yes, I did. I got the good ending. I got the good ending in Dracula X. And I don't think I used save states either, if you can believe it. I might have. I don't remember. I think I probably did, because why wouldn't I? But yeah, you gotta clear all those fucking stupid jumps at the end of stage 3, and if you fall, you're just completely locked out. So I did all those. I got on the good route. And then it took me quite a while to beat Big Dracula, because that is an awful, awful fight. Just a terrible fight. Why would they introduce platforming into a Dracula fight? Oh my god. So I beat that game, and I never have to play that game again. Never ever have to play that game again. And you know what? I am not sad about that. Not even remotely sad about that. I did my duty. But like I said, I never played Rondo. I don't know if I would. If only just because I've seen gameplay of it. Like, I've seen the playthrough of it, and I beat Dracula X. And so I've got the story of Rondo. I find it kind of funny how older Castlevania games have a reputation of being ball-bustingly difficult. And yeah, they are. There's a lot of awkwardness in those games that creates very difficult situations while you're alive. But then Symphony of the Night is very nice to the player. I guess it was probably just because they weren't really sure about the whole like idea of the game, I suppose. I'm not really sure the best way to say it, but you get what I mean, right? Like, it was the first Metroidvania after all. But the game itself is not very difficult. It's very manageable the whole way through. And there's also a bunch of items that you can get that, like, actually just make the game... They make the game very, very easy. The Chrysogram, for example. That sword is just... Getting that sword drop, just kind of, like, you don't need anything else in the game. The shield rod as well. I don't even know specifically what the shield rod does. I didn't use it. And then the version that I played on stream, I couldn't use it. I'm competitive up, so I'm staying in. Yeah, so the game is not hard, but I kind of appreciate that it's not that hard. Because it's easy to get into and it's fun. But it is, you know, it is nice to play a game that challenges you. But that game... I appreciate it because I think it's a really good entry point into that genre, and there's 6 other games you can play of that genre. So Symphony of the Night kind of gives you a taste for it, but then if you go to Circle of the Moon, oh my god, you might hate yourself. Oh. Circle of the Moon is hard. I remember when I played that game for the first time, and I got to the double zombie dragon boss, and I thought that I had sequence broke. Because that boss was so difficult, and he was killing me so easily. I had to Google it. I was like, should I be here right now? Like, should I leave? I couldn't leave. I couldn't leave. And online was like, no, they're just really fucking hard. You just gotta beat them. And I was like, oh, okay. And somehow, some way, I beat those fucking dragons, and I didn't just quit right then and there. And I don't know why I didn't just quit right then and there, because holy fuck, those dragons were not fun. Especially defensive coming in hot. Hitmonchan gives defense EVs, I think. Yeah, Super Castlevania 4 is probably the easiest traditional one to get into. I don't know about Rondo though. Rondo kind of an asshole in the end game. Game's a bitch. But the end game of Super Castlevania 4 is also a bitch. But it's mostly just because of its own mechanics. A lot of the issues I find from those later stages stem from platforming, enemy knockback, and stairs. Mostly stairs. Down he goes. Goodbye, Hitmonchan. Hariyama. Hariyama. I don't really know what to do with this guy. Stairs are so awkward in those old games, especially when you have to jump onto them, because you have to hold forward to jump with distance, but then you also have to hold up to land on the staircase. So you're like squishing your thumb into the corner, and you're hoping you're a good enough angle that you can both move forward and grab the staircase. Spoiler alert! There are a lot of times where that doesn't happen. And you just fall through the staircase. It's really annoying. Mega Man's full of stuff like that, though. It just happened with older games. They have a lot of mechanics that are, like, deliberately obnoxious, and they treat them as obstacles, and they're really annoying. Super Castlevania is good because it lets you whip in 8 directions. That's the important part about that game. You have full direction for whipping. And in regular Castlevania games, you can only whip directly in front of you, which is really, really restrictive. Even though your whip is large, you don't have as much control as you'd like. Alright, well, let's go heal and take a shot at the boss. What do you say, champ? Do it for me. Let's see if I can win. Who's my lead? My swords. Who's her lead? Who knows? I don't know. I don't actually know, so let's start with you. She's gonna have 6 pogies. I know that much. She's gotta figure out how to win. Don't forget, she's got potions. Mark of a good trainer, after all. Time for Lady Corina's big appearance. Where did she fall out of the sky from? That wasn't safe. Alright, let's give it a shot. Alright. Game beginning. Okay. Bloomy. I'm really upset that I am in front of a balloon with Greninja here. Maybe I can dodge. Yeah, this is what I expected to happen. It's okay. Yomu, yomu, yomu. That's cringe. That doesn't actually matter in this situation, though, because you're dead to Aerial Ace. Alright, that one's dead. Lucario. Now, you know what's hilarious? I might actually be able to fight this Lucario with Larvesta. Oh. Yo, that's a 2-hit KO! That's probably a 1-hit KO, though. I'm gonna die to Dark Pulse for sure. I think the annoying part here is that Lucario is going to use a potion. So I think instead of that, we'll click this button. It's neutral. It's fine. Get the fuck out of here. Flying Gem Acrobatics. It's also got Unburden. Okay. punch it. Why do you even have that? Go ahead. It's kind of a bad situation. I think I'm just kind of fucked, actually. Yeah, because it's gonna flying press. It's unburdened, so it's faster than me. It's got acrobatics, so it kills you. Fire Punch kills you. Fire Punch doesn't kill you, but it's not like you necessarily kill him. I barely did anything. Well, fuck me. Never mind. Good trainer alert! Good trainer alert! All good trainers pack medicinal items. You deserve to get hit by that crit. Bro, that did nothing. That did no damage. Another one down. Maybe I should use some magical items. What do you say? Lucario's coming back. If I had a fighting move on my Gallade, I would use it. I don't have one though, and I don't know where the move tutor is. So what's gonna happen here is it's probably gonna nasty plot in my face, and I'm going to lose. Honestly, probably should have just nasty plotted. Whatever. I don't have a move for this thing. Nope, no CC. Okay. This is probably not even gonna kill. Close. Yomu can't solo. There's a big reason for that, actually, and it's after all these other Pokemon. Lucario is not actually her ace, if you can believe it. It's Lopunny. It's Lopunny with Scrappy and her mega stats. Alright. Yeah, I can't win in that condition. I need to know where the heart, like the move tutor is, so I can like actually have moves that hit them. That's what I need. Because right now my move pools are garbage, and I can't, like, Gallade doesn't have anything to fight with at all. I need customization. Now it's funny is like Larvesta can like almost kill Lucario, like almost, but it's not likely. He gets nasty plot in his face. It's like almost a 2-hit KO. A quick claw shenanigans, sure, maybe, but I wouldn't bet money on it. What? Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That Windows crash made everything weird. I can't make... Oh, I don't need to make save state anyway. Oh, well. Just, exit. Yes. I can't see it. It's, like, destroyed all the menus. It's very weird. Very strange. Yeah, exit now. Alright, good. Okay. Well, we're done for the day, chat. I gave it a shot, but yeah, I'm not in a condition to win. But next time, I guess buy some TMs, see if we find the hard scale to move tutor, and try again after that. Because I don't have a way to beat some of those Pokemon right now, and losing my Milotic early is bad. But, you know, get some more moves, maybe we can achieve a miracle.